Hey everyone, it's Lonnie Flowers. The term gaslighting is arguably the most well-known term as it pertains to relationship abuse, specifically narcissistic relationship abuse, which is quite scary considering that gaslighting means to manipulate someone with psychological methods so as to make them question their own sanity or powers of reasoning. In other words, to make them crazy. A little over 3 years ago, in the midst of battling depression, the term gaslighting was all over my timeline. This is the singular word that brought me down the rabbit hole and to this YouTube channel. The term gaslighting is derived from the 1940s movie Gaslight, and although after watching this movie I was triggered in more ways than one, there is no better way to explain this concept than through this movie. So basically, there's this girl named Paula who was raised by her very rich aunt who got murdered. Paula leaves her aunt's house in London after this happens, and she meets a guy that she falls in love with after 2 weeks. Despite being apprehensive to go back to the house that her aunt was killed in, he convinces her that it would be a good idea. Everything was fine for a few months until he starts accusing her of losing things, being forgetful, and telling her that she was ill. He would intentionally misplace things, tell her that it was her that did it, and then tell her that because of her illness, she couldn't be around people. So he isolated her. So anyways, every night when the husband would go to work, he would really be up in the attic searching for her aunt's expensive jewels. When he would leave, he would dim the gas lights, and when he came back, he would brighten them again. While he was gone, she would even hear noises in the attic, but when she confronted him, he told her that she was imagining things and that it didn't happen. Something else that is extremely important to note is the husband's use of triangulation. This is when a toxic person introduces a third party to a situation so as to reinforce the narrative and the abuse. In the movie, the maids that lived in the house were fed a narrative so that when they would act as the third party, they would side with the husband and reinforce that Paula was ill. There is a happy ending. Someone comes to talk Paula to her senses. The bad guy gets caught, as always, and the end. I encourage you to watch this movie for yourself and to do your homework on gaslighting because as far out as this may seem, this type of scenario is all too real. My favorite line in the movie is when Paula is told, "You're not going crazy, but you're slowly and systematically being driven out of your mind." While I would like to say that I felt nothing but sympathy for Paula the entirety of the movie, that wouldn't be true. Like, seriously, girl, grow a backbone. But that is easy for me to say because I have never been in her situation. Look, y'all, at the end of the day, no one can drive you out of your mind unless you give them the keys. And if you're not actively driving and making good choices for yourself, then someone else is going to drive for you. Gaslighting is very real and very dangerous. Let Jesus take the wheel. Don't let the devil drive you out of your mind. God bless you.